All right, well, we got the building wired in. You can see the tangled wire mess. It all gets tucked in, so I got it tied up tight, so it should be good. This is going to be one diorama. You know, as you guys know, this one's going to get moved around a lot, so we got to make sure that the wires aren't hanging below and that they're secure and that they're going to survive any movements. So I'll probably put some tape or something across this to hold this down a little better. Right now it's hanging on the wires. That's not really a good thing. Get some tape. Some mounting tape. Tape it down. Well, we got all the wires in place. Now this stuff up here is for the sign. I got it wired in. Just it's a lot. It's going to be a lot easier than having to flip this thing back over again to do the wires when I have everything on top with the sign and everything. So yeah, we're gonna get the put something here to keep the weight off the wires. Right now it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. But in time it might snap a wire or something because those wires are pretty thin. So we'll tape them down. That should help a lot. But that's where I'm at. And here, let's take a look at some grouted, some tile. Now, what this stuff is the this is evergreen tile pattern styrene sheet, and I believe it's a twelfth of an inch. But so what I did is I painted it with the with Rust-Oleum, the Rust-Oleum paint. I used the primer and paint, plastic formula spray paint. You get it anywhere. Anyway, so I painted that first, and then I laid the Roberts grouting, brick grouting, or whatever you want to call that, and let it dry overnight. Put a good coat on it. Let it dry overnight. Make sure it's nice and dry, and then carefully with a lint-free, like a piece of T-shirt, you just go over it real lightly, and then you let it dry again for another day or so, and then you go and you clean up the other stuff, because you want to do this in stages, because if you go too aggressive you're going to dig the grout right out from between the tile. So you got to go really light with it and just keep let it dry, go back to it, and if you mess up and you take too much, you can always add more on. Let it dry. It's not going to get ruined. So if you do this and you're wiping it away, and also you notice you wiped away all your grout, don't panic, just reapply and let dry. And don't worry, it'll come out okay. But it's not going to hurt it the longer it dries. It'll still come off the top of it for the most part. You might have to, I don't know if you'd want to wait like a week or so, but a day is fine. A day is good. You can see I got the wires sticking out so I could do the signage. Got the air conditioners on. So now with going forward to the next project, the drive-in, I had a design that I was working on in my head, and I pretty much had it mostly ready to go. Then the other day I was driving through Rockford, Illinois, to go visit a friend of mine, and I noticed a complete and original Dog and Suds. I don't know if any of you guys know Dog and Suds, but it was a root beer drive-in, similar to an A&W. I believe they started in the early 50s in Illinois. They were mostly Midwestern, I believe, as far as where they were. Not totally sure. If you guys know anything different, you can always feel free to comment and let me know for sure. But they got their start, I believe, in Champaign, Illinois. And right now, I think there's about 20 left, according to their website. And I originally was thinking about doing a Dog and Suds, because I had a request from a friend of mine. We were going to work out a trade, and I was going to build him a building. And he decided he wanted to take cash instead, which I'm glad, because I would have came up short in that deal for sure. But so I was thinking of doing a Dog and Sons before, but then I kind of put it out of my mind until I drove by the Dog and Sons in Rockford, and I'm like, whoa! I can go here. I can measure all the windows. I can measure the doors. I can get this thing really down nice. And it's a complete building. The only thing that's missing is basically the signage. They're using it as a slot machine parlor now. And so in the next few weeks, I'm going to go there and get all the measurements. I did a kind of a gross, a basic measurement as far as the outside of the building to get the footprint. And I'm going to have plenty of room on the base that I'm going to use for it, which, it's over there. But anyways, I'm thinking about maybe building a new base for it because I want to put a side road on it, because I think that'll look better once I get the complete concept of the traveling diorama together. So I'm thinking about doing that. So then I'll use that base that I made for something else. Someday it'll come in handy. But all the lights are working. Right now, I'm just gonna leave it like this. I gotta go shopping today, so I'm gonna get some double-sided mounting tape and some duct tape. I'm just gonna tape these wires up really good so they don't sag, and mount the little inverter. Then I can put this down on its base, and the next thing will be is put the support in for the cantilevered roof, for the carport or whatever you want to call it. Put the bathrooms in. I have a design for the sign. I was thinking about originally using some Miller Engineering signs, some pre-made signs for it, but I'm thinking I might. I've been doing the design, and I kind of messing around with the electroluminescent wire, and I think I might be able to make a small enough sign that would be an electroluminescent wire, which would look a lot better, I think. It's similar to actually it's exactly what I did over here. Sorry about the light. Focus. See if I can get this thing focused a little bit here better. But I'm sure everybody's familiar with the Eric's building over there, Eric's Club. But that's done in the neon, the fake neon, or whatever you want to call it, the electroluminescent. And I'm going to do the sign for the motel in a similar way. And it's going to be a double-sided sign. At least that's what I'm thinking for now. That could change. I could start working with this and find that the sign just isn't working for me, and I might go with something else. But for now, I think that's going to be the plan. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out, and stay tuned. There's going to be always more. And we're going to keep going. And damn the algorithm, and heck with the monetization. I feel a lot better about making that decision to not chase the algorithm and not try to get this channel monetized, because it's putting a lot of stress on me to do so, and also it takes away from what I'm doing. My primary purpose is building Acme City and building my art, and continuing to make stuff. And if I'm so concerned with how many views I'm getting and all that, that detracts from what I'm doing, and it takes a lot of enjoyment away from it. So, I'm going to try not to monetize it. So if it happens to monetize, well, hey, that's a bonus. But if it don't, I'm not worried about it no more. So I know I've talked about it before, but this is, kind of I'm just letting you know how I feel about the decision I made. My wife's a lot happier because she said that I was ruining my hobby by chasing the dollar. And she's right. She's often right. But, so, anyways, we'll see you soon.